Christi, Texas at Cabinets Field as we are set for an area-around matchup game between this Eagle Pass Lady Eagles and the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. Rain had pushed this from a best-of-3 series to a one-game decides it all, and they also moved the location. So here we are on the turf field under a sun-soaked field and no threat of rain whatsoever as we start this ball game. Introduction of the players before the game. Welcome again to our pregame show as the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles already had their team announced, and now the home team on the scoreboard, the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. We'll pick up the PA announcer and see if we can pick that up.
And now the starting lineup for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. Leading off and playing left field, number 21, Nastasia Canales. Batting second and playing right field, number 12, Kayla Rogers. Batting third, the shortstop, number 11, Crystal Gonzalez. Batting fourth and playing center field, number 9, Tatiana Muñiz. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 25, Ileana Salcedo. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 15, Elisa Ledesma. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 5, Alexis Salcedo. Batting eighth and catching, number 23, Cristina Ariano. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 10, Kelsey Rivera. And the flex players, the pitcher, number 24, Kylie Ruiz.
There you hear the starting lineup announced for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks and the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles. A one-game decides it all. We'll be back with the first pitch after this.
San Benito High School students Noe Lopez, Nayeli Ramirez, and Peter Martinez will compete in the Career Pathways Showcase AV Technology, and Noe Barrientos will compete in the Residential Systems installation for the 2019 annual National Skills Conference. Good luck at Nationals.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here as we get set for the opening pitch of this ball game. We thank you again for joining us on our broadcast here as we have a Harlingen South Lady Hawks in the field, and you can see the crowd up there that is settled in nicely here. Bert Ruiz on the camera found a spot in which to hit the crowd, and again, a good crowd on hand from both teams up here to watch this ball game. Good vantage points to broadcast the game. I'm up here in the bleachers, actually, and if the sun would stay behind the clouds, my life would be a lot easier. And we'll just have to play that by ear as we go along. Eagle, she'll face a lineup. It looks like this. Leslie Martinez in center field will lead it off, followed by Brooke Diaz, the catcher, hitting second. Alex Martinez, the third baseman, will hit in the 3 spot, followed by Lorelei Morales, the second baseman, hitting cleanup. Caitlin Ruiz at second base will hit in the, or check that, at first base, will hit in the 5 spot, followed by Lachey Reyes at shortstop, hits 6th. Alyssa Lara, the left fielder, hits in the 7th spot. Cristobal Martinez, the right fielder, hits in the 8th spot. And Katie Galvan, the pitcher, will round out the lineup for the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles. Martinez, Diaz, Martinez, Morales, Ruiz, Reyes, Lara, Martinez, Galvan. First pitch coming up right after this.
Alpha Men's Private Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
I want to bring it back here as we get set to start this ball game. Sunshine rules the day as it is bearing down. Both coaches were out there encouraging their team and individuals on their staff even to make sure they were taking in lots of water, as on this turf field that can also draw in a lot of heat and can be a factor in this ball game. Leslie Martinez steps in, and the first pitch of this ball game is underway. Here it is. Off-speed pitch. That is strike called, and Ruiz starts off with a strike on an off-speed pitch to Martinez. Followed by Brooke Diaz and Alex Martinez. Anybody gets on this inning, Morales will hit. The 0-1 pitch to Martinez, swing and a foul ball is a quick 2-strike count on Martinez. Appreciate you watching wherever you may be tuning in. Those on Facebook, be sure you share our link. Encourage other fans who are out there to share the link. It always seems to increase the number of views and also just the outright recognition of what we're doing here on Rio Sports. 0-2 pitch to Martinez on the way, and that's a little bit low for a ball. 1-2 the count. Big crowd on hand for either team, so either of the way that call is going to go, you're going to hear a groan, whether it be for Harlingen South or for the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles. Martinez waits. Ruiz working quickly, brings it home. That's an off-speed. It's low for ball 2. Bert Ruiz on the camera. We had him stationed as best we could. There's some great locations here to broadcast the game from, but this field is still under construction, and so we're limited as far as where we're able to place a camera. Martinez waits, the 2-2, swinging a ground ball past first base, off her glove, play it first, not in time. Martinez reaches to start the ball game. Leslie Martinez got that one to opposite field, just off the glove of the first baseman, and it's a runner on for Eagle Pass to get it started. Alyssa Ledesma down there at first base, managed to get a glove on it, but couldn't put it across. That brings in Brooke Diaz. Diaz steps up. You can see where Coach Elias Martinez, that's his hat right there in play. Again, Bert would normally be above that, but we just couldn't get the camera right to that spot. Diaz waits, first pitch, shows a bunt and fouls it for a quick strike. Runner on to start this ball game. Used to, they would make coaches from the opposition team stay in the dugout regardless of the situation when the opponent was batting. UIL has made some adjustments. Coaches can come out of that dugout. Here's a fly ball in the short right field. That's trouble. Right fielder coming in, makes the play, but it's going to be a single. 2 aboard for Eagle Pass to start it off. Little flare out into right field. And quickly 2 on for the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles.
Third baseman number 16.
As the first 2 have reached with singles. Martinez and now Diaz. Brings in Alex Martinez. Martinez today will be playing third base for Eagle Pass, batting from the right-hand side. She steps up in the batter's box facing Ruiz for the first time on the day. 2 aboard. First pitch from Ruiz. A bunt. That's a foul ball on the right side. So even the number 3 hitter showing a bunt, trying to move runners into scoring position for this game. Our thanks again to all the fans who are tuning in on this broadcast, whether it be on Rio Sports or Rio Sports Southwest, the home of Freddie Heredia. Doing a great job trying to expand our coverage out in that Eagle Pass, Laredo, South San Antonio area. Today, I made the trip up here to handle this one between Harlingen South and Eagle Pass. Next pitch to Martinez. Another bunt attempt. It's a good one. Third baseman gets to it. Play it first. Out there. Runners advance on the sacrifice. Hustling down the line that time was Alex Martinez. She nearly beat that out. It'll go as a sacrifice, 5-3 on the putout. First out of the inning, and it brings in Lorelei Morales. Here's a chance where your cleanup hitter has a chance to drive in a run or two to start this ball game. When you get to these one game decides it all, that first run is super important. Morales waits, takes, and that's a little low for ball one. Ruiz started her off with a fastball. Send a shout out to 2-2 and Reliable Electric, tuning in from down in the Port Isabel area. Catcher Christy Ariano, the catcher today, plays ball with Allison. So a shout out in that direction. There's a strike called. Evens the count at 1-1 on Lorelei Morales. So we're in the top of the first inning here at Cabinets Field in Corpus Christi, Texas. Wind blowing out to left field. Not at an extreme level, but it is nonetheless not going to halt any ball trying to get out of this ballpark. 1-1 count on Morales. Time was called, and now the Harlingen South Lady Hawks are just going to intentionally walk Morales and load the bases after the count had reached 1-1. So now 3 aboard, and Caitlin Ruiz, the number 5 hitter in the lineup, has a big chance here. Bases loaded, 1 out for Eagle Pass. Ruiz playing first base today for Harlingen South. Or check that for Eagle Pass, and takes time before the first pitch from Ruiz. Ruiz on the mound, behind the plate, Christina Ariano. First pitch coming to Ruiz. That's in there for a strike call. Check that a little low. Gonna have to get the mannerism of this umpire down. We'll get that down, Pat. Doesn't take me long to figure that one out. 1-0 to Ruiz, nowhere to put her. Kylie Ruiz ready, brings the next one home. Swing and a high fly ball into short right field. That's trouble, and a diving attempt. Fair ball, 1 run scores. Here comes the second run coming in to score, and over to second base with a double. It's 2-0 Eagle Pass. Little flare out into right field. Off the bat of Caitlin Ruiz. And that drives in a couple of runs. And it's a 2-0 ball game. The runners had to hold up
Shortstop number 3, Lachey Reyes.
as the right fielder, Kayla Rogers, made an all-out diving attempt to make that catch. They didn't want to get doubled up. It brings in Lachey Reyes. Otherwise, that would have scored another run. Reyes at the plate. We talked about this coming in. This may be one of those 12-11 kind of games with the offense available for both these coaches. There's a strike call to Lachey Reyes, starting her off. Still an opportunity here for Eagle Pass to make this a huge first inning. They pushed 2 across. 2 more still in scoring position, less than 2 outs as Reyes stands in. Waits for the next one from Ruiz. Low, ball 1. Evens the count. No sense in saying in the dirt here. Everything's turf. From the outfield track, behind home plate, and everywhere in between. All turf. Reyes at the plate for Eagle Pass. They put 2 across here in the top of the first. This is a 1 game decides it all. Next one coming. Swinging a ground ball. It's a foul ball down the third base line. Sunshine, if you're wondering where that's at, if you're a left-handed batter, you're going to be staring right into it. As a right-handed batter, it's to your back, but to your left side as well. So as you turn pulling a ball, you're going to pull your eyes into the path of the sun. Reyes waits, next pitch coming, 0-2. Low for ball 1. 1-2 the count on Reyes. Leslie Martinez started it with a single. Brooke Diaz joined her with a single. Intentional walk to Lorelei Morales, and then an RBI double by Caitlin Ruiz. Runners at second and third for Eagle Pass. And the 1-2 pitch to Reyes on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game recorded by Kylie Ruiz. And that'll bring in Alyssa Lara. Alyssa Lara will be playing left field today for Eagle Pass. And as she steps in here with 2 aboard, Lady Eagles would like to get a 2-out hit. Harlingen South would like to get out of this with only 2 runs across. Swing and a shot. Fair ball down the right field side. This will score 1. Here comes the second. She'll score. 2 RBIs, 4-0 Eagle Pass as Laura comes through. Laura went down to second base. Umpire had already called time. And that's a huge 2-out hit delivered by Alyssa Lara here in this first inning. Everything going opposite field on these hits by Eagle Pass. So we talked about the offensive firepower of Harlingen South throughout the season. And Eagle Pass has started the ball game with all chips in on the offensive side, putting 4 across here in the first. Still hitting is Cristobal Martinez, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, steps to the plate. Martinez, the right fielder, takes strike 1. Eagle Pass setting the tone, scoring runs early and often. Ruiz in the center circle for Harlingen South. Ready, brings the next one home to Martinez. That's at the knees for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Fans, share our link, if you will, watching this ball game, those on Facebook especially. Just share the link. It helps fans see where we're at who may not know these games are going on, especially when we're in these playoffs. Next pitch to Martinez on the way. Low for a ball. Even takes the count to 1-2. Our thanks to the Harlingen South School District for assisting us on allowing the broadcast. Also, thanks to the coaches at Eagle Pass. I was told we were on the contract. That was not the case. Martinez waits, swings, misses, ends the inning. For Eagle Pass, they'll score 4 runs. They'll do so on 4 hits. RBI double by Caitlin Ruiz. RBI single by Alyssa Lara, each driving in 2 runs apiece. And we've played 1/2 inning here in this area matchup between Harlingen South and Eagle Pass. 4-0. Lady Hawks hit after this on Real Sports. Fans, mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Real Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Real Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium, May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes. Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for 0 money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas. Back here on Rio Sports Live as we head to the second inning, or bottom of the first, that is. Eagle Pass will send out Katie Galvan to the center circle. And as she stands in taking her warm-ups, a lot of confidence as she knows She has this 4-run lead after 1/2 inning of play as her offense exploded for 4 tallies before you could blink your eyes in this ball game. Once again, I talked to several individuals before this game who asked me, what do you think as far as the outcome when it got moved to a 1 game decides it all? And of course, you always hold your breath. I don't care who you are, what kind of coach you have, what kind of talent you have. When you put all the eggs into 1 game, a lot of factors could come into play that can have teams win that aren't supposed to, or have teams overachieve, underachieve in either direction. One thing I did say is that I thought we would have a lot of runs scored in this ball game. Stepping in, and Natasha Gonzalez, or Canales that is, hitting first for Harlingen South. First pitch to her, and that's a strike call. Natasha Canales playing left field today for Harlingen South. She'll be followed by Kayla Rogers and then Crystal Gonzalez. Anybody gets on Katana Muniz. Next one misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. The count to Canales. Galvan is ready, brings it home. Outside for a ball. 2-1. And as Canales hits, this Eagle Pass defense is interesting to say the least. They're in at second and third, about as far as you can get. Outfield extreme in on this play. There's a foul ball. Back to the screen for a strike. Count goes to 2-2 on Canales leading it off. Outfield is just outright giving Canales right field, and is a left-handed hitter. If she pulls that ball, she may circle the bases. Stands in here. Here comes the next pitch to Canales. Swing and a foul ball on the left side. Keeps the count at 2-2. And I've seen this kind of set up before, but never have I seen him just outright give a pull hitter entire field from center field to right field line. That's wide open if Canales can pull this ball. Ball 3 takes the count to 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on or out here in the bottom of the first for Harlingen South. They trail 4-0 in this ball game. Next pitch coming. That's ball 4 outside. So a leadoff walk and a base runner for the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. As Canales draws the walk.
Right fielder number 12.
Brings in Kayla Rogers. Rogers is certainly capable of pulling a ball, my friends. As she stands in here, they set up the same setup. They'll bring the second baseman in this time, and the third baseman in on the line, and open up the entire right field side as Rogers stands in. Galvan brings it home. Showed a bunt, took a ball outside. Huge gap. I mean, talking about a gap. There's no one playing right field right now for a left-handed hitter. That is just outright daring someone to try to pull the ball. Rogers stands in. Next one coming from Galvan. That's a bunt. Second baseman, one play. That's the first. The sacrifice is good. Down to second base goes Canales. 4-3 on the putout as Rogers is retired. And runner now at second base for the Lady Hawks here in this first, and it brings in Crystal Gonzalez. Now for Gonzalez, the outfield goes back, plays straight away and deep. Center field plays in just a little bit. That's Leslie Martinez, straightaway center, 210 back there. Gonzalez can reach that and some as she stands in here in the first inning for the Lady Hawks. First pitch from Galvan, showed a bunt, took a ball low. 1-0 the count to Crystal Gonzalez, the shortstop today for Harlingen South. The Lady Hawks down 4 to start this ball game as the Lady Eagles put 4 across in the top of the first. Gonzalez waits. Here comes the next one from Galvan. Low, ball 2. Quick throw to second. Nothing doing there. Natasha Canales running the bases. Second baseman that time, Lorelei Morales, got over there and drew a throw. Now we've got a timeout called as the Lady Hawks will talk over some strategy from the offensive perspective. Number 3 hitter will be at the plate, Crystal Gonzalez. The count has now went 2-0 with a runner in scoring position. And 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Diana Luna watching this ball game. I'm going to send a shout out in that direction. Gloria Ramon watching from Lyford. Send a shout out in that direction as well. Was talking with some individuals on this next week's game coverage. And right now I've circled as my 1A, B, and C games that I want to cover is Lyford. Even if it's a 1-game series, that's how big that Lyford-Santa Gertrudis matchup is. So my guns will be aiming right at covering Lyford first and foremost for the next round of the playoffs. Next pitch coming here. That's a strike call to Gonzalez. Katie Galvan pitching today. Brooke Diaz behind the plate. Down at first base, Caitlin Ruiz. At second base, Lorelei Morales. At third, Alex Martinez. Shortstop today, Lachey Reyes for Eagle Pass. Outfield, Alyssa Lara in left. Right field, Cristobal Martinez and Leslie Martinez in center. Swinging a shot into center field. That's past the diving center fielder. Going to drive in a run. Canales scores. Down to second base is Gonzalez. Checks up there. RBI double 4-1. And now they'll bring her in as they throw the ball away. And Gonzalez scores to make it 4-2. A ringing double by Crystal Gonzalez. And then a miscue on the ball coming in, and she's able to score the run. Makes it 4-2. And that'll be a throwing error on Eagle Pass. Empties the bases, and it brings in Muniz for the Lady Hawks. Muniz playing center field today. Good effort by Leslie Martinez on that diving attempt on that catch. Muniz waits, first pitch coming. That's a strike call. 2 across in the inning for Harlingen South, so they've cut that lead in half. Using 3 batters to do that. 1 out, nobody on now for Muniz, the cleanup hitter. She stands in, next pitch. Strike called in the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes on Muniz. Galvan going through the signs, making sure that she and Brooke Diaz and behind the plate are on the same page. Now, time is called. Galvan still trying to make sure that something's set between her and Diaz, the catcher. Muniz digs in, 0-2 count, and the pitch coming. Just outside, ball 1. One and 2 on Caetana Muniz. Standing on deck, Ileana Saucedo. Next pitch to Muniz, swinging a ground ball to short. Easy play there, over to first in time for the out. as Lachey Reyes guns down Muniz for the second out of the inning. 2 down, brings in Saucedo. Liliana Saucedo, the DP today for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. Has a quick word with Katana Muniz, trying to see if she can pick up something on the delivery of Katie Galvan. The winner of this gets PSJA North in the next round. Last night we were at Rio Grande City covering the San Benito Lady Hounds and their game against Laredo United. United wins that one 2-1. And they'll be taking on Edinburgh Vela. Pitch to Saucedo is a strike call. 2 down here in the first. When you look to the second inning, Eagle Pass will have the number 9 hitter leading off, and then it's back to the top of the order in the second inning. They led 4-0. It's now 4-2 as Saucedo stands in. Waits for the next one, and here it is. That just missed. Ball 1-1 the count. Some of the fans already standing on every pitch. They may be there a long while if they're going to get intense here in this first inning. I don't know how many it's going to take to win this game, but you just got the feeling there's a lot of runs going to come across before this one's decided. Saucedo waits the 1-1. Swing and a miss, a high delivery, missed it. And the count's 1-2. Galvan looks for her first strikeout of the ball game. Fans watching on our YouTube channel, be sure you subscribe to our channel. I was talking last night during our broadcast that's one of the interesting facts I was looking at on our analytics that came across. The number of viewers that are coming in that aren't a subscriber. Ball 2 misses outside. Count evens at Saucedo at 2-2. So if you are watching on our YouTube, I invite you please to subscribe to our channel. Nothing else, just to see what games are coming up next. I got a busy day tomorrow on a Sunday. Be broadcasting football all day long. I'm setting up at 8 a.m. in Mercedes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. 3-2 to Saucedo. Fan asking on YouTube who won last night between these teams. Well, there wasn't a game played. They changed this from a 3-game series to 1 game decides it all, and that's what's going on here. 3-2 the count to Saucedo. She waits, and here it comes. Swing and a shot down the line. Fair ball into the right field corner. Saucedo on her horse to second base. She's going to challenge and head to third, and will get to third. Holds up there. It's a triple. Saucedo rifles one down the opposite field line. Triples in the corner. And the first inning isn't quite finished yet for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. On a 3-2 count, Saucedo down the line. That brings in Alyssa Ledesma. Ledesma stands in, and now the Lady Hawks will be looking to get the same type of production that the Lady Eagles got in the first inning, topside, when with 2 outs, Alyssa Lara delivered a 2 RBI single. Ledesma now steps in for Harlingen South with a runner in scoring position and 2 down in this bottom of the first. Time was called as pitcher Katie Galvan steps off the mound. Or off the pitching rubber, we'll call it that. I get grief all the time from my buddy Kevin Naro, sports writer for the Valley Morning Star, who's here tonight for this one. It's like, it's not a mound, Joe. It's like, it's elevated because the rubber's higher than the pitcher. And she stands on, albeit a 2-inch, it's a mound. Here's the pitch coming. That's a strike call. Galvan working on Ledesma. Two across here in the inning for Harlingen South. Runner at third base. They'll check down there. Count evens at 1-1. Fan asked me, how do I pick out what games I'm going to cover? Boy, that's easy to talk about. First and foremost, I take a look at where we're funded. When you talk about these playoffs, UIL and NFHS, it charges us fees and rights are granted to broadcast the game. Here's the pitch coming, swing and a foul ball. So the first thing is I have to be able to ensure I get the rights granted. I have to apply for rights, and I apply for several rights each week just to see what games I can go for after that. From there, you take a look at the funding, and at $200 a pop, that's just to start the game. Doesn't include any announcers, any travel, any camera operators, anything like that. And so I take a look at where we're funded. Right now, no one is funding playoff anything on a regular basis. Here's a ground ball foul. In this case, Chewy's Custom Sports agreed to at least help out with some of the funding. And it was the only team that we received direct funding for in the mix. I've got some options that I'm working on for next season. Doesn't help right now. Next season, I'm looking at talking to a couple of advertisers and rolling out a couple of packages that will include just nothing but playoffs. That way we're not doing this anymore. I could have easily covered every team this week, boys and girls, baseball, softball, with the number of systems I have, if it were funded. We're getting closer in some areas. Playoffs is still another world. That one misses, and ball 3 is out of the strike zone. Three balls and 2 strikes. School districts, they're assisting in a big way. First, they give us permission to broadcast the game, which is a big deal in a lot of cases. In the case with PSJA this week, they extended, we've been communicating with them on a regular basis. They have a crew out there that broadcasts several games. As time is called here to talk it over, it gives me a good chance to open up. There's your crowd out there for the Harlingen South faithful and the Eagle Pass faithful who are here. You can see they're still under sunshine despite the fact they're under that canopy because of the fact the sun's going down off to their left side. When I set these broadcasts up for schools, the first thing I do, you saw an ad running right now for the San Benito School District. I always offer the schools first and foremost. I'm funded by advertising. In a very rare case, funded by donations, but normally by advertising. And so I try to carve out some spaces that are available for the schools to place in content about their schools, and I do that free of charge. I also provide the schools a little option as far as they can get some advertising sponsorship, and I allow them to put their ads in. The case in football, talk about that a little more in depth. There's a strike 3 called to Ledesma. She thought it was high, and the inning comes to an end. For Harlingen South, they'll score 2 runs. They'll do so on 2 hits, and they'll leave a runner stranded at third base to close out the first. And the fireworks have started early here in Corpus Christi between Eagle Pass and Harlingen South. 4-2 ball game heads to the second. This is RealSportsLive.com.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
San Benito High School students Noe Lopez, Nayeli Ramirez, and Peter Martinez will compete in the Career Pathway Showcase AV Technology, and Noe Barrientos will compete in the Residential Systems installation for the 2019 annual National Skills Conference. Good luck at Nationals.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we head into the second inning here. Eagle Pass on top by the score of 4-2. Thanks again for joining us from Cabinets Field in Corpus Christi. Standing in, Katie Galvan will lead it off. She'll be followed by Leslie Martinez and Brooke Diaz. Anybody gets on, Alex Martinez. 9-1-2 in the lineup, and a strike called starts us off here in the second. Between the two teams, we had 6 runs scored in that first inning. 4 of those scored by the Lady Eagles. Galvan awaits. Next pitch coming to her. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen and a quick 2-strike count. In the first inning, Kylie Ruiz, the pitcher, recorded 2 strikeouts. But the damage was done as the 4 of the first 5 hitters of the game reached base and scored runs to get us started. Galvan waits, the 0-2. Just missed, ball 1. 1-2, and I know I'm sitting by a lot of Harlingen South fans when the groans get loud enough to reach the microphone here at Cabinets Field. Galvan leading it off. Ruiz working quickly, brings it home. Swinging a fly ball into right field. Under it, Rogers puts it away for the out. Fly out by Galvan gets us started here in the second, and it brings in Leslie Martinez.
Center fielder number 9, Leslie Martinez.
Martinez in the game. 1 for 1. Single started it off, and she came in to score a run. Bats here in the second inning for a second time in the ball game. First pitch to her. Bunts it. Ruiz gets to it, throws to first. Safe at first base as Martinez beats it out. Second hit of the game for Martinez as she legs out a bunt single.
Catcher number 15, Brooke.
And another base runner for the Lady Eagles of Eagle Pass as they put the leadoff hitter aboard with 1 out here in the second inning. Second hitter in the lineup steps in. That's Brooke Diaz. Diaz singled and scored. She's 1 for 1 on the day. Batting here in the second and the first pitch coming. Showed a bunt, pulled it back. That's a foul ball. The time is called. Martinez went down to second base. Coach has called time. Talk it over with a home plate umpire. He wants catcher's interference on that. The ball hit the bat of Diaz. Now call that a foul ball. The argument was that it wasn't Diaz's bat that the ball hit, that her bat was pulled back right near the catcher's glove. And that came off the catcher's glove. Well, it would have been a pass ball, thus Martinez could have advanced. She has to go back to first. Diaz checks up on a swing for a ball. Diaz waits. Here's the next one. Runner goes. High pitch. Throw to second. Not in time. That's a stolen base. Martinez steals second. Is now in scoring position for the Lady Eagles. Here in this second inning. Diaz a chance to drive in a run. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. Ruiz has struck out 2 in the ball game. Would like to get Diaz here. Alex Martinez is on deck for the Lady Eagles of Eagle Pass. It's one of the things that coaches will keep preaching is when you score a bunch of runs in an inning, you want to follow that up and just keep scoring runs, even if it's one or two. Continually apply pressure on your opponent by changing that scoreboard each time they come to the plate. There's a foul ball out of play.
If you could please take those foul balls back to the nearest dugout.
Two Champs Luna sends a shout out to Bert Ruiz. A great job on the camera, and our thanks again to Bert out here in the sun with yours truly, trying to get this one done. Jacob Howell was here with us also. He's assisted in getting everything set up, and we were challenged as to how get this setup in place with the construction going on here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just low, ball 3. They started construction, if you remember, we started our softball broadcasting this year with a game here when San Benito took on Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. 3-2 count to Diaz. Here it comes. Ball 4 is low. So a walk to Diaz, and now 2 aboard for the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles. Diaz aboard for a second time in the ball game. When we were here to start this season, they were doing construction. They had just started constructing some bleachers that are behind home plate. The bleachers are in place, but the construction hasn't concluded, so that entire area is off limits, which is where we usually set up a broadcast. First pitch coming here to Martinez. Swing and a foul ball, strike 1. 0-1 on Alex Martinez. Martinez laid down a sacrifice bunt her first time up. Pushed 2 runners into scoring position. After an intentional walk to Lorelei Morales, Caitlin Ruiz delivered with a 2-run double. That got the scoring started. Pitch to Martinez here. Low, ball 1. Down at second base, Leslie Martinez. On at first base, Brooke Diaz for the Lady Eagles of Eagle Pass. Alex Martinez at the plate with a chance to drive in a run. Swing and a ground ball to third. Knocked down. That's a foul ball. Foul ball down the third base side. Count goes to 1-2 on Martinez. Fans, give me a shout out on our YouTube. Give me a shout out on where you're watching the game from. Martinez is at the plate. Waits, and here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball outside, 2-2 the count. Give a shout out to Patrick Sanchez. Used to watch me on Channel 4 days. That's when we started. I wanted to get this thing going. I wanted to get this broadcasting in a big way. I thought we had it rolling on valleycentral.com, but they went another direction. Thus, Rio Sports Live was born 17 months ago. Pitch coming now. Swing and a miss on a low delivery, and Martinez is down on strikes. Third strikeout of the ball game recorded by Kylie Ruiz. And 2 down now. It'll take something from Lorelei Morales,
14, Lorelei Morales.
the cleanup hitter. Xander Kosser is watching the game from Harlingen. Send a shout in that direction. Thank you for watching. Please be sure you subscribe to our channel. Morales walked and scored her first time up. That was in the first. She bats in the second. Looking further now to the bottom of the second, Harlingen South will have the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. One time it was a 4-0 game. It's now 4-2. Now ball 1 to Morales. She digs back in and waits for this one. Here it is. Ball 2. Gets away from the catcher. Runners move up to second and third. 2-0 pitch at short hop. The plate area. Christina Ariano managed to knock it down. Watching from Edinburgh. They're watching from Eagle Pass. Send a shout out in that direction. Now with that pass ball, Morales will be intentionally walked for a second time on the day and load the bases yet again for Caitlin Ruiz. Ruiz delivered with a 2-run double in the first inning. Bats here with the bases full in the second. It was opposite field as she hit it into right field. First pitch here. Strike call, a fastball from Ruiz. Kylie Ruiz pitching. Caitlin Ruiz on the at the plate. Kylie is ready and brings it home to Caitlin. Ball high, 1-1 to count. Tomorrow morning I'll be setting up. Hey, they're watching from Houston, Texas. Send a shout out in that direction. Thank you, Sylvia Medina. Also watching an Eagle Pass. Fans of the Lady Eagles tuning in. Caitlin Ruiz waits. Here's the pitch with the bases loaded, the 1-1. Wanted to swing. Took ball 2 just low. Two balls and a strike to Morales. And something was said that time that got the home plate umpire's attention after that pitch was delivered. 2-1 pitch headed home. Caitlin Ruiz, swing and a miss, strike 2. Kylie Ruiz came right after her with a fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs. Watching from Huntsville. Send a shout out in that direction. I'll check on the Facebook side in a little bit. Right now I'm looking at our YouTube channel. I'd like to communicate. I had some fans come in today to our store. We had our grand opening of Forever Memories and also the unveiling of our central location for Rio Sports Live, our central office, 237 North Sam Houston there in San Benito. And I had some fans that were there talking with me saying, hey, it'd be really neat if I could communicate back and forth to you during the game. Well, in this case, on YouTube, I'm watching the comments right now. So if you get a chance, give me a shout out and I'll communicate back. Caleb Garcia, hello in Harlingen, Texas. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Caitlin Ruiz is rung up to end the inning. For Eagle Pass, a missed chance. No runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 left. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Harlingen South and Eagle Pass. Lady Eagles with a 4-2 lead. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Don't pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Back here between innings, Elias Martinez, the head coach of the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, having a lengthy discussion with the umpires. Again, in that top of the second inning after a pitch was delivered, home plate umpire looked straight down into the Harlingen South dugout. Something got his attention in a hurry. And so I'm sure they're just sorting that out however they can. And play continues. We head to the bottom of the second inning for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. They'll have the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Alex Saucedo Christina Ariano and Kelsey Rivera. Anybody gets on base, Natasha Canales, and the top of the lineup will hit. Caleb Garcia watching in H-Town. Carlos Cuellar watching from Mercedes. Send a shout out in that direction. First pitch, bottom of the second, Saucedo. And Saucedo playing third base today. Next one coming. Ball away. Evens the count of 1-1. Lady Hawks scored 2 runs in the first inning on a double and a triple by Crystal Gonzalez and Ileana Saucedo. This is Alex Saucedo leading it off. And the pitch coming, the 1-1. Up high, ball 2. Got to close out that second inning. That was a interesting matchup. Caitlin Ruiz was hitting. Kylie Ruiz was pitching for Harlingen South. This time Saucedo waits and swings and hits it deep into right field. Back, right fielder ranges over and makes the catch. Nice catch by Cristobal Martinez. Ball carried a long way for Alex Saucedo, opposite field. One down here in the second that brings in Christina Ariano. Send a shout out to Shane Strubart and the gang back in Harlingen watching the game. Thanks for the heads up on the pronunciation of the names. Always need some help in that one. At times I'm given just a scribbled mess for a lineup. Other times I'm given pretty good stuff, but when you get to the hyphenation and the pronunciation of some of these names, you could use some help. Ariano stands in. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Christina Ariano hitting for a first time today. Catcher today for Harlingen South and the Lady Hawks. Turned out to be a beautiful day for this broadcast. I'll think it's even better when the sun goes down. Gives us some shade. Ariano waits and takes the ball up high. 1-1 the count. Is there a couple dollars there? 1-1 the count as Saucedo led it off with a fly ball out. Ariano at the plate. And here comes the next one. Ball away. Ball 2, 2-1. Tomorrow I'll be setting up in Mercedes. You'll see me running the ads for it here as the Cinco de Mayo NFL flag football will be taking over the Mercedes football stadium. I'll carry the broadcast through the mid-afternoon, then Erica Ruiz will take over. Ariano waits, 2-1. Pop fly, short right field. That's trouble, but the second baseman gets out. And Lorelei Morales puts it away. 2 down as Ariano pops out. They're watching from Santa Rosa, watching from Laredo. Send out a shout. Now I'm watching on our Facebook, checking out things there. On Facebook, share our link, follow our page, and like our page. Numbers continue to grow. I talked about it last night during our broadcast, month of April. Just got all the analytics on the month of April. And another huge month for Rio Sports. Pitches outside to Kelsey Rivera. Batting here with 2 outs and nobody on in the second inning. The minutes viewed is what we normally look at. I'm talking with advertising specialists who look at this social media. We were told early on, check out how many the minutes viewed are. There's a strike called. And in April alone, the minutes, 533,000 social media minutes viewed on just Facebook and YouTube. Those watching on our Roku television channel, you too can tell the story. We have fans watching on our Roku channel. Here's a shot, left field, base hit. Oh, a diving play by the center fielder keeps the ball in play. A base hit nonetheless for Kelsey Rivera. And right there, Leslie Martinez, the center fielder, might have saved a run. If that gets behind her and goes to the wall, Kelsey Rivera may have circled the bases. Runner on with 2 outs. Watching from Bracketville, rooting for Eagle Pass. Send a shout in that direction to Ashley Sandoval. Natasha Canales steps in for the Lady Hawks. Walked her first time up. First pitch coming. Takes a strike called. They employ this shift again on her, in which the center fielder is playing in left center field. The left fielder is playing extreme left down the line, and the right fielder is playing to the left field side of center field. All of right field is opened up here for Canales. Ground ball to short, knocked down, picked up, throw across, not in time. 2 aboard for the Lady Hawks. With 2 outs, 2 have reached. And it brings up Kayla
Number 12, Kayla Rogers.
Rogers. Rodolfo Barrios asked a question about the pitcher putting her hand in her pocket. I don't know. Two aboard with 2 outs. Kayla Rogers stands in. Laid down a sacrifice bunt her first time up. Time is called now by Katie Galvan. And they'll take the shift off as Kayla Rogers, left-handed hitter, was standing in. Now, Galvan was on the mound, or on the pitcher rubber, when she called time. And when she called time, they changed that outfield setup. Umpire goes over and talks to the Eagle Pass coaching staff. And some type of warning has been issued by the home plate umpire. We'll keep track of that. Meanwhile, Kayla Rogers at the plate for the Lady Hawks. First pitch to her with 2 aboard. Takes a strike. Rogers with a sacrifice bunt her first time up. Behind her, Crystal Gonzalez. Tying run at first base here for the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South in the bottom of the 2nd inning from Cabinets Field here in Corpus Christi on a Saturday night. Rogers digs back in. Pitch from Galvan on the way. Swinging a foul ball on the third base side. A lot of fans also had some shout outs when I got over to the Eagle Pass side on the coaches. They're like, who's that calling the game tonight? And I said, it's me. And they're like, oh, I recognize your voice, Joe. Glad to hear you finally getting to do one of our games. Fans listening for a first time to one of our broadcasts, you'll get more of a radio broadcast on the play-by-play than you will a television. I'll tell you why. There's a design to that. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming to Rogers. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Watching this social media and the evolution of how it's come along. I started broadcasting back, streaming games, back in the late 80s. When I was first putting games, I was working for a radio station. I was putting them on through a YouTube chat room, or a Yahoo chat room, that is. YouTube wasn't there. There wasn't no such thing. I was putting them on a Yahoo chat room at the time, and we tried to do some video. 0-2 pitch now headed home to Rogers, up and away for a ball. And the video, obviously back then, you were dealing with dial-up connections to try to stream games. There were no such thing as streaming services, as is the case now with multiple streaming services, but I was just playing around. Had someone back at the house tune in a radio to the station I was at, opened up the Yahoo chat room, And then in the blink of an eye, we were broadcasting to the world. Didn't take long. It was a year or two after that there were streaming services all over the place. Not saying I invented it, but I'm just telling you, there was no such thing that I knew of at the time. But when it happened and there were lags in the broadcast on the video side, anytime, and I started back then, I just turned a webcam around at a basketball game and said, hey, it's live video. It was ugly. And so when it got real choppy, the audio always seemed to carry through much more than the video did. Even now, when we have issues with the internet, our audio will come through and the video will be choppy. You'll see pauses and lags. So I just decided, way went back and I've carried it through. I'm going to bring a radio play-by-play more so than a television play-by-play, just in case. Could be on my side, could be on your side, wherever you're watching the game from. That the video just may not come through crystal clear, but the audio has a chance to. It's also kind of cool when you mix a radio play-by-play in with a highlight with a video. What they do in the movies, my friends. You watch a sports movie and there's a big-time play, they'll always dub in a radio play-by-play in the movies. There's the 1-2 pitch to Rogers. Taking all the way, and strike three called. She had called time. They didn't allow it, and the inning comes to an end. Rogers out on strikes in the inning for Harlingen South. No runs, couple of hits, no walks, no errors. They'll argue that call. I don't think they're going to win that argument. We'll head to the third. In this one, Eagle Pass leads thanks to a 4-run first. They'll hit here in the third when we return. This is Real Sports Live. Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Back here on Rio Sports as we are at Cabinets Field, Corpus Christi, Texas. A beautiful field from which a softball game can be played. AstroTurf all over the place here in this one. And sunshine ruling the day on a weekend that rain changed some things up with the planning of series and systems and going from a best of 2 out of 3 to a single game set here. And changing the location. Lashley Reyes steps in. The third inning begins. And ball 1 misses. Reyes, strikeout victim her first time up. That was back in the first inning when Eagle Pass put 4 runs across. Reyes, Lara, and Martinez. Anybody gets on Galvan. Next pitch from Ruiz. Swing and a miss. Evens a count of 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Nobody on or out here in the third as Reyes stands in. And the next one is on the way. Swing and a line drive up the middle is a base hit. Leadoff single for Lashley Reyes. And Eagle Pass puts a leadoff hitter aboard here in the third. Reyes delivers the 6th hit of the game. for the Lady Eagles of Eagle Pass. Brings in Alyssa Lotta. And Lotta, thus far, has delivered the biggest hit of this game. 2 out, 2 RBI single in the first inning. Made it a 4-0 game at the time. Bunts and fouls the first one back to the screen for strike one. Reyes started it with a single. Alyssa Lotta, the left fielder, at the plate. Now time called as the Eagle Pass. Oscar Ruiz comes down the line to talk things over with the home plate umpire. And so these coaches are definitely getting their money's worth in the conversations with the umpire.
Substitution at first base, number 13, Bianca Vielma.
They'll just bring in a courtesy runner is what they're going to do. Bianca Vielma will run the bases. Alyssa Lotta still at the plate, 0-1 the count. She's ready. Eagle Pass has had base runners in every inning of this game as we're in the top of the third. And there's a bunt to third. Play it first, out there. Lotta gets the job done with a sacrifice bunt. 5-3 on the put out. Reyes down to second base, and another scoring opportunity for Eagle Pass. On a sacrifice by Alyssa Lotta. Brings in Cristobal Martinez. Cristobal, right fielder today. 0 for 1 as she struck out in the first inning. Bats here in the third, chance to drive in a run. First pitch from Ruiz. Strike called. No balls, 1 strike on Martinez. Katie Galvan on deck. Courtesy runner Bianca Vielma at second base, running for Lachey Reyes, who led off the inning with a single. Here's the pitch to Martinez. Foul ball. Count goes 0-2. Kylie Ruiz with 3 strikeouts here in this ball game, make it 4. She struck out 2 in the first, duplicated that in the second. Pitching here in the third. Wow, there's a little more breeze coming in. Makes it a little cooler. Here's the pitch to Martinez. That's low. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They play straight away in the outfield on Martinez. Back at the corners. Infield back across the entire field. Martinez with a 1-2 count. Here it is. Swinging a pop-up, short right field. Maybe trouble. And it lands fair for a hit. Runner to third. Checks up there. First and third. 1 out. Just blooped out in there over the outstretched arms at first base. As Alyssa Ledesma chased out after it. Couldn't get a glove on it. Martinez aboard, first and third, and here's Katie Galvan. Galvan. For that, we'll see another courtesy runner come into the ball game. Galvan, the number 9 hitter in the lineup for Eagle Pass. Romy Flores, by the way, checks in as the runner. Romy now running at first base. Vielma down at third. Galvan flied out to right field her first time up. A lot of opposite field hitting here by Eagle Pass here in this game. We're just in the third inning. 7 hits already for Eagle Pass. And a huge percentage of those hits have been to right field. 2 on, 1 out here in the third as Galvan hits. First pitch showed a bunt and took a strike call. Throw down to third base and back there in time. Runner takes second. Second and third now for the Lady Eagles. On a strike delivered in there to Galvan. Now she could drive in a couple with a hit. Katie Galvan. Waits, and here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball. That's a base hit into right field. 1 run scores. The other runner holds at third. That's a 5-2 game. Galvan with an RBI single opposite field. Drives in Vielma. And Eagle Pass could open it back up here in the third, as now the top of the order swings into play. Also bring in another courtesy runner. This time it looks like Cristobal Martinez will run. Check, that's at Emily Rodriguez. Rodriguez will run for Galvan as the courtesy runner. 1 out here in the Eagle Pass third. 3 hits in the inning. Reyes got it started with a single. Martinez with a bloop single to right field. Galvan with an opposite field single to right. 5-2 ball game as Leslie Martinez steps in.
Center fielder number 7, Leslie Martinez.
The answer there is yes, Eagle Pass does have an out. I'll register that on the scoreboard. Time is called. Harlingen South will talk it over. 5-2 ball game. Big opportunity for Eagle Pass.
How to add the VTX1 app to your Roku device. All your favorite shows from VTX1 Channel 1 and exciting games broadcast on Rio Sports Live can be added onto your Roku device by following these simple steps. Step 1. Scroll down to search and push OK on the remote control. Step 2. Type in VTX1 by using the arrow keys to move the cursor around the keyboard and pushing OK to enter the letters. When you're done, choose the VTX1 option on the right-hand side of the screen. Then push OK. Step 3. Choose the Add Channel option on the right-hand side of the screen and wait for the application to load. Congratulations! You have now successfully added the VTX1 app to your channel lineup. It can be found on the main screen under Home at the bottom of the list. For more information, visit the VTX1 website at vtx1.net/OTT.
That, my friends, is how you get into our Roku channel, which is currently live with this ball game. And then when it concludes, we'll go back to pre-programmed content. Right now, replaying games. We've got replays of shows also as well. And there'll be more content on there on a regular basis as we'll eventually go with live studio shows. And we'll incorporate more and more of the school broadcast. As I'm starting to now have discussions, realistic discussions, several of these schools are putting on some quality, top-notch shows and content as far as stories. And we'll be showcasing those on our Roku channel as they come rolling in. And we'll have a regular 24-hour clock 7 days a week for fans who may not be aware of just how good some of the programming is. I know Harlingen has a terrific setup over there with what they're training their students. And with our Roku channel, we have a chance to showcase what they do. Leslie Martinez stands in. First pitch gets away for a ball. Runner trying to score. Play at the plate and out at the plate. Throw down to third, safe there. 2 down in the inning. Pitcher Ileana Saucedo covering catcher Christina Ariano. Records the out. 2 down. See if we can show you that real quick. Show you that play. We'll see the ball get away. As it does, here's the play at the plate. Out there. Meanwhile, we've got a 2-strike count. At the plate on Leslie Martinez, a 1-2 count. Saucedo in relief, trying to retire Martinez for a first time in the day. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Nice job by Martinez just to get a piece of that. Runner at third, 2 outs here in the 3rd inning for Eagle Pass. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 3rd. The big guns come rolling in for Harlingen South. 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. There's another foul ball. A good cut that time by Martinez. Martinez, 2 for 2 on the day. Run scored, a stolen base, 2 singles. The 1-2 pitch headed home from Saucedo. A little bit low, ball 2. 2-2 the count. I was watching on that replay again. The coaches are usually kept inside the dugout. So we wouldn't have had a coach in the way of that camera angle. Ball outside to Martinez, and now Saucedo will have to be careful as Leslie Martinez is the leadoff hitter in the lineup, standing in there with a 3-2 count. You put her on, it loads the bases for Brooke Diaz, who's on deck. Here's the 3-2 to Martinez. Swinging a ground ball to second. Over and out, the inning comes to an end. Saucedo comes in and gets the job done. It took a play at the plate for the assistants in the inning for Eagle Pass. They'll score another run. They'll do so on 3 hits, and they'll strand 2 in the inning. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Eagle Pass now leads this one 5-2. This is Real Sports Live.
At Port Isabel Health Clinic, they care for you like family. Services include pediatrics, geriatric care, and family practice, school sports physicals, daycare physicals, orthopedic care, wellness exams for men and women. Dr. William Torkelson and his staff are here to serve you. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Your health is their priority at the Port Isabel Health Clinic.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
We welcome you back here as we are at Cabinets Field in Corpus Christi, Texas, for this area matchup between Harlingen South and Eagle Pass. The Lady Eagles tallied 4 runs in the first inning, got another one in the third, and lead it 5-2. Harlingen South scored a couple in the bottom of the first inning. And in reality, each team has missed scoring chances to open up even more on the offense. Here in this ball game. First hitter of the third, Crystal Gonzalez steps in for Harlingen South, takes ball 1. Gonzalez doubled, scored a run, drove in a runner first time up. She's 1 for 1 on the day. Facing Katie Galvan, next pitch. Strike called, evens the count of 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonzalez standing in. It'll be Gonzalez, Muniz, and Saucedo for Harlingen South. Anybody gets on Ledesma. Ball 2 is low, 2-1 to count. Lady Hawks had base runners in the first, ended up plating the 2 runs. They stranded 2 on base in the second. So again, top, bottom of the inning, we've had base runners for both teams throughout this ball game. Gonzalez leading it off here in the bottom of the third. Hitters count at 2-1. The pitch from Galvan. Swinging a shot to second. Play to first, out there. Scooping that up was Lorelei Morales. And Crystal Gonzalez retired 4-3 on the putout. That brings in Caetana Muniz for Harlingen South. Caetana grounded out to shortstop her first time. She's 0 for 1. She'll bat here in the third, batting from the left-hand side. No shift employed on her. Outfield play straight away. Batting here. Galvan is ready. Brings the next one home. Away for ball 1. Sun still shining brightly. You see the shadows are coming across the left field fence just a little bit from the corner. It'll take another couple of innings. Well, maybe another inning, a full inning, before that's out of play. Lights are on here. Plenty of sunshine, nonetheless. Ball 2 misses to Muniz. Muniz, the cleanup hitter for the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. Behind her is Ileana Saucedo for Harlingen South. Breeze comes a little bit stronger now. It's blowing out to left field. Dead over the left field foul pole. And starting to blow a little stronger as this game plays out. 2-0 to Muniz. Next one from Galvan. Ball 3. Galvan in the ball game has walked just 1. That was a leadoff walk in the bottom of the first inning to Natasha Canales. Has recorded 2 strikeouts. And now a 3-0 count to Muniz as she is ready. Galvan brings it home. Strike call. Muniz taking all the way, and Galvan delivered a strike. Again, I'll be busy tomorrow. I was hoping I had another helper or 2 to cover everything that's going on from a football perspective and where we'll be. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 outside and a walk. Lady Hawks with a base runner here in the third. A 1-out walk to Caetana Muniz, and here's Ileana Saucedo. Ileana Saucedo steps in. Tripled her first time up. Had extra runs scored in the top of this third inning. Now gives a little more cushion for Eagle Pass. Otherwise, Saucedo would be the tying run. She's not right now. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot, right field. That's a base hit. Stopping at second base is Muniz. Saucedo on board with her second hit of the game. First pitch swinging, Saucedo took it to right field. 2 aboard with 1 out, and the inning opens up a little more now for Harlingen South, as the potential tying run does step to the plate in the presence of Alyssa Ledesma. Meanwhile, we'll get a runner in the ball game as Kayla Flores will come in and run for Saucedo.
Courtesy runner, first base number 22, Kayla Flores.
As Saucedo had taken over the duties of pitching in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning here. This one game decides it all. Area matchup between Harlingen South and Eagle Pass. Before the at-bat, Ledesma comes down to talk to Elias Martinez. They also bring in Alex Saucedo, who's in the on-deck circle, just to get on the same page here in this game. Well, they brought me a water before it started. Andy and Kevin brought me a water. I wish they'd bring another one. It's hot out here. Ledesma on the day, a strikeout victim. Her first time up is 0 for 1. Takes a strike call at the knees. 0-1 to Ledesma. They got a groan out of the Harlingen South faithful. Next one misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. One the count on Alyssa Ledesma. She had called time. That was awarded. Stepped out. Galvan back, ready to go. Spins the 1-1 home to Ledesma. Showed a bunt, pulled it back, throw to second, gets past into center field. Safe there, safe at second base. Everybody safe, second and third, 1 out. Throwing error allows runners to move up. And now a chance for Alyssa Ledesma and the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. If you're looking at this game, they still haven't had that explosive hit yet. They did have a double and a triple in the first inning, but they're waiting for that big one that opens it up. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Ledesma. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Galvan could use a strikeout. She's recorded 2 of those in the game. For the Lady Eagles out of Eagle Pass. 2-2 the count. Ledesma at the plate. Would like to put it into play at the least. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a foul ball. It's over on the third base side. Out of reach of the outstretched glove of Alex Martinez, patrolling third. Fans watching on our YouTube, can I ask again, those maybe have just tuned in, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I got the analytics. There's still a huge number of fans that haven't subscribed that still watch our games on a regular basis. Ledesma waits, the next one coming. Pop up, foul ball, out of play. Over in the warm-up area for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. Count remains 2-2 on Alyssa Ledesma. Galvan started the game. In the first inning, she allowed the 2 runs on 2 hits. Worked around 2 two-out singles in the second inning. A walk and a single here in the third. Runners advancing on a wild throw out in the outfield. Now before the next pitch, the home plate umpire brings the softball out and hands it to Katie Galvan. As that ball landed over directly onto concrete. So he wanted to make sure he inspected that. before he just threw it back out to the pitching circle. Ledesma waits. 2-2 pitch is on the way from Galvan. Swing, another foul ball. Ledesma battling at the plate. Bert Ruiz on the camera. Scanning out across the field. You see the base runners there for the Lady Hawks. Galvan working. And Alyssa Ledesma at the plate. Ready to go again. Here comes the 2-2 from Galvan to Ledesma. Check swing. Held up, took ball 3. Eagle Pass faithful wanted that one. Ledesma just patient enough and disciplined enough not to carry through with that swing attempt on the outside delivery. Count goes full at 3-2. There's a base open. Ledesma waits. Here it is. Swinging a ground ball to first. Run will score. Safe at the plate. 5-3 game. Ledesma retired. The other runner moves down to third base. And for the Lady Eagles, they'll trade an out for a run. On the play. Alex Saucedo will step in. Saucedo flied out to right field their first time up. Bats here in the third. Takes it inside for ball 1. 1-0 to Saucedo. Reminding you fans, tomorrow I'll be at Mercedes for NFL flag football coverage from the main stadium in Mercedes, leading up into the evening time for a 7 o'clock kickoff for the RGV Dorados. 1-0 pitch. Foul ball off the bat of Saucedo on a bunt attempt. Trying to bunt for a hit there with 2 outs here in the third. Saucedo, the number 7 hitter in the lineup for Harlingen South. Behind her, Christina Ariano. Runner on. Looking at the fourth, it's the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up for Eagle Pass. Another timeout called as catcher shaken up just a bit. Brooke Diaz took that foul ball off of her throwing hand, so they'll have to attend to her. A lot of coaching going on over there. See the fans all lined up there on the stands as Bert Ruiz doing his best to capture some of those that are watching the game. Here at Cabinets Field in Corpus Christi. Looks like Diaz is going to stay in the game. I just wanted to check. Looked like they were looking at her thumb on her right hand after that foul ball. 1-1 the count on Alex Saucedo. Saucedo stands in. Runner at third base and 2 outs. Lady Hawks have stranded runners in scoring position in the first and the second. Saucedo waits. Fouls it away. Count goes to 1-2. Game was scheduled to start at 6. It's already 7:30. We're an hour and a half in. I remember the days when softball would breeze through in less than 2 hours every time. We're now getting on the norm of a 3 to 3.5 hour game for softball. Saucedo waits. Swing and a little ground ball. That is a foul ball. It's off her foot. She'll stay at the plate. And continue the at-bat here in this third inning. One and two the count. On contact. Runner down that third baseline. Kayla Flores was right on top of the catcher. Just in case that ball was close or ruled fair. 1-2 the count to Saucedo. Has to protect the plate. Next one from Galvan on the way. All outside. 2-2 the count. Send a shout out to all the fans watching the game on our Facebook side of things. I'm checking there. Give me a shout out where you're watching the game from if you get a chance. 2-2 the count to Saucedo. She waits for the next one. Here it is from Galvan. Ball 3 low. Full count now to Saucedo. A walk this inning has already hurt Eagle Pass. A one-out walk to Muniz, who ended up coming in to score. Just 2 walks issued in the game, though, by Katie Galvan. She's 3-2 on Saucedo. Brings it home to Alex. Strike 3 call, caught her looking. Inning comes to an end. 3rd strikeout in the game for Katie Galvan. In the inning for Harlingen South, they'll score a run. They'll do so on 1 hit. There was a walk, there was a throwing error. And we played 3. Heading to the 4th. Eagle Pass leads in this one 5-3. This is Real Sports Live.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6 on F Street in Harlingen. It's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli. Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito was right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
What's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts.
We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
We bring it back here to the 4th inning at Cabinets Field in Corpus Christi. Area matchup between Harlingen South and Eagle Pass. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Lady Eagles of Eagle Pass as Brooke Diaz, Alex Martinez, Lorelei Morales will all hit. Back pitching is Liano Saucedo. First pitch coming, 4th inning, ball low. Saucedo entered the game after 2 1/3 inning, replacing Kylie Ruiz. And the 1-0 pitch, swing, and a foul ball, evens the count of 1-1. Congratulations to PSJA on their season. They challenged Edinburgh Vela before falling. The Vela Sabercats move on. They'll play Laredo United. We want to get that game if we can in the next round. Here's the 1-1 pitch headed home. That's a bunt, foul ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun going behind some clouds now. We may get big break here finally. When I say we, I, as far as being able to see all my screens on the computer. There's a swing and a miss, and a late swing and a strikeout. That's the way the 4th inning begins as Diaz is out on strikes.
Third baseman number 16, Alex Martinez.
5th strikeout of the game recorded by Harlingen South pitching. First strikeout of the game for Saucedo. And that brings in Alex Martinez. Martinez, a strikeout victim last time up. Takes a strike called as Saucedo pumps one in there. Martinez laid down a sacrifice bunter first time up. That was back in the 1st inning. That assisted in scoring a couple runs. Here's the 0-1. Swing, a late swing, foul ball. Off-speed pitch. Martinez was out in front, tried to adjust. Count goes to 0-2 in the blink of an eye. Lorelei Morales on deck. You can see her just to the left of your screen there. Next pitch coming to Martinez. Low for a ball. Wasted pitch by Saucedo. Count goes to 1-2. 5-3 game here in the fourth inning. I still think you may have to reach double digits to win this. Martinez waits. Just low, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Good eye by Martinez. Wind is blowing out. Outfield playing deep in left field as Martinez stands in, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Saucedo, 2 strikeouts to start the inning. Gets Martinez swinging. And here comes Lorelei Morales. Morales steps up. Walked in the first, did the same thing in the second. This time faced Saucedo. Takes a ball just low, 1-0. One ball, 1-1. We've yet to have a 1-2-3 inning, top or bottom side in this game. With 2 outs recorded here in the fourth. Saucedo in position to accomplish that feat. Morales takes a ball on an off-speed pitch. 2-1. They're questioning where that pitch was at. Out of the strike zone was the response from the man in blue. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count goes to 2-2 on Morales. Looking ahead to the Harlingen South fourth, they'll have the 8 and 9 hitters and then to the top of the lineup in this 5-3 game. Morales trying to get on for a second time in the day. The 2-2 pitch. Misses for ball 3. Full count. Saucedo, since entering in relief, has struck out 2, hasn't walked anybody. And here comes the 3-2 pitch to Morales. Swinging a high chopper to short. Gonzalez has to wait, guns it across, got her. The arm of Crystal Gonzalez displayed there in full range. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, no walks, nobody left. First time I've said that in this game for either team. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Eagle Pass leads this one 5-3. This is Real Sports Live.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarra's, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
I think we'll take that Sunny Glen run out of the mix. Our thanks again to the Harlingen group. Landon Jennings. Bringing us that ad. As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. For Harlingen South, Christina Ariano will lead it off. Kelsey Rivera. And then Natasha Canales.
23, Christina Ariano.
Ariano steps in, 0 for 1 on the day. Popped out to second base her first time up. Katie Galvan back out to go to work, protecting a 2-run lead. in this 5-3 game as the fourth begins. Ariano waits, and the first pitch coming. Swinging a ground ball to short. Pass shortstop into center field. Ariano aboard to start the inning for the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. One pitch and a base runner for the Lady Hawks. That brings in Kelsey Rivera. Rivera, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, is 1 for 1 on the day. Now another conversation as they discuss strategy. Elias Martinez talking it over with his hitter, Kelsey Rivera. Rivera on the day, a single. She's 1 for 1. Runner at first base. Nobody out here in the fourth. Rivera waits. Takes a strike call. 0-1 the count. Lady Hawks have had base runners in every inning here through the first 4. Stranded runners at third base in the first. Runner at second and first in the second. And runner at third base in the third. So chances to score have been there. Rivera would like to move the runner across. Shows a bunt. Pulls it back. Takes a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One on, nobody out here in the fourth inning for Harlingen South. And the winner moves on. It's a 1-game series. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Rivera. Swing and a ground ball. Pass first into right field. That's a base hit. Making a big turn, checking up at second base. First and second, Lady Hawks. Tying runs are aboard, and here comes the top of the order for Harlingen South. Canales has been on base twice. Walked and scored a run in the first. Infield hit in the second inning. And she steps up here in the fourth with 2 on and nobody out. Now they'll employ the shift on the infield, expecting a bunt, but the outfield stays straight away. This is the first time that Canales will see this alignment. Stands in here. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch from Galvan to Canales. Strike call. Big groan out of the Harlingen South faithful. 0-1 to Canales. Always tell when it's playoff time or when it's late tournament time. Each pitch, fans hanging on the edge, going after the blue. Here's the 0-1. Canales bunts it, a good one. Runners move up, throw to first. Just got her out in time. Sacrifice is good for Canales. And now the tying runs in scoring position for the number 2 hitter in the lineup for the Lady Hawks as Kayla Rogers will step up. Rogers, a strikeout victim her last time up when she was called out on strikes after attempting to call timeout, stepped out of the box. And now they will employ a shift and open up right field for her. If she pulls this ball, we're tied and she may circle the bases. Rogers waits, first pitch. Ball away. They'll work her away, obviously, with the entire outfield playing on the left field side of center field. I can't stress this enough. This is a left-handed hitter, and the entire left or right field is open. Second base playing in. There's a big gap between second and short right up the middle. If you hit it into right center field on a ground, it's going to go to the wall. Bunts it. Foul ball, strike one. Lady Hawks trying to play for a run there on a bunt with a runner down at third base. That was Ariano leaving on contact. Count goes to 1-1 on Kayla Rogers. Katie Galvan has given up 7 hits in the game, 3 runs. Has walked 2, struck out 3. Now time is called as Coach Martinez wants to have another conversation with a hitter, this time Kayla Rogers, to make certain of the strategy here with runners at second and third and 1 out. In this fourth, this is the right hitters up for Harlingen South. And Rogers at the plate. If she turns on a ball, she's going to be running for a while. 1-1 the count. Pitch from Galvan on the way. Swinging a shot over the left fielder's head. Goes to the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs scores. Tie game. Making a turn. Heading to third. Throw there. Not in time. Triple. 5-5 game. And she comes home to score the run. Lady Hawks circling the bases for the score. Rogers takes the lead. She never stopped running, and the Harlingen South faithful making some noise here in the bottom of the fourth. Not only was the shift bunching the outfielders to the left field side, they were all playing in. And so that ball was laced over the left fielder's head. And Rogers never stopped running. When the throw got away at third base, turned the corner, came in to score. Base is empty. Lady Hawks on top. First pitch is up and away, ball 1 to Gonzalez. 3 runs across in the inning. Gonzalez has a hit today, a double back in the first. She scored a run. Gonzalez waits. Galvan brings it home. Strike call. Again, I've said it since the first inning. I still believe double digits is what it's going to take on the runs scored to win this game. Lady Eagles have had scoring opportunities in all but 1 inning of this game. Gonzalez waits, the 1-1. Low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strikes to Crystal Gonzalez. Gaetana Muniz. Stands on deck. That one hits Gonzalez. So she'll stroll to first base. And the inning continues now for Harlingen South. As a cleanup hitter, Gaetana Muniz will step up to the plate. Meanwhile, activity down in the bullpen for the Lady Eagles. We've got a pitcher warming up here in this fourth. The Lady Hawks of Harlingen South have pushed 3 runs across to take the lead for the first time in the game. Muniz walked in the third, bats here in the fourth. First pitch to her on the way. Swinging a ground ball to second. Out there, no, yeah, out at second base. Bobble, but they hung on for the force. And the out is recorded. They'll have a conversation out there about this one. Runner stays at first base as Muniz reaches on the fielder's choice. Coach Martinez getting his money's worth with the umpire out there, the base umpire. And the out is recorded. 2 down in the inning, and it brings in Eliana Saucedo. Saucedo in the game is 2 for 2 once she finally gets the hit here. Tripled in the first, singled in the third. Was stranded at third base in each of those innings. Batting here in the fourth. She waits. Pitch coming. Ball outside. 1-0 to Saucedo. She's the 7th hitter to hit this inning for Harlingen South. Saucedo waits. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Strike called, an off-speed pitch. Galvan pulled the string on that. Saucedo couldn't adjust. Took the strike. Count evens at 1-1. Alyssa Ledesma on deck. Looking ahead to the 5th, 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup will hit. There's a swing and a miss. Make it 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. In the 5th inning when Eagle Pass comes to the plate. They led 4-0 at one time. It was 4-2, then 5-2. And now 6-5 with Harlingen South on top. As Saucedo at the plate is 2 for 2. She's in the hole at 1-2 on the count. Here's the pitch. Ball outside, throw to first, nothing there. Muniz running the base pass, stayed close enough. And Saucedo at the plate. 2-2 the count with 2 outs and a runner on board here in the 4th. Galvan is ready. Spins the pitch homeward. Swing and a foul ball. Look out, coaches. Over there on the Lady Eagles side of thing. Oscar Ruiz, Ernesto Reyes, Oscar Rodriguez, Gustavo Gonzalez, and Julian Caballero. All dodging that foul ball. Off the bat of Saucedo. Ileana ready. Here comes the next pitch from Galvan. The 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul ball giving chase, and a catch is made. Nice play over there at third base by Alex Martinez, and the inning comes to an end. For the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South, they score 3 runs. They do so on 3 hits. There was an error, a hit batsman, and 1 left on base. We've played 4 full innings. Lady Hawks lead this one 6-5. Lady Eagles hit after this on Real Sports.
Insane. You brought my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, balls of fire. I did love cause I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, balls of fire. Kiss me, baby.
This game heads into the 5th inning as we are in Corpus Christi, Texas on a Saturday night at Cabinets Field. Thanks again to Corpus Christi ISD for assisting us in broadcasting the game. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for Eagle Pass as we head to the 5th inning. Ruiz stands in, first pitch coming, and that's outside for ball 1. Ileana Saucedo back on the mound pitching. Came into relief back in the 3rd inning. Worked a perfect 4th. Ruiz takes a strike at the knees. Evens a count of 1-1. Since coming in relief, Saucedo recorded an out at the plate as they gunned down a base runner. Then got a ground ball out. 2 strikeouts and a ground ball to short. Wrapped up the 4th, and now 2 quick strikes to Caitlin Ruiz, leading off the 5th for the Lady Eagles, who suddenly are searching for base runners, which they had plenty of in the first 2 innings. Ball outside, evens a count of 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here in this 5th inning, leading it off. Ruiz waits. Takes it inside, ball 3. Full count. Saucedo, since entering in relief, hasn't walked anybody and hasn't given up any hits. Lady Eagles would like to get a base runner here to start it off. Ruiz swings and fouls it, stays alive. Low pitch, she went after it. Got a piece, stays at the plate. 4-0 after a half inning. Eagle Pass led this game. 4-2 after 1 full. And there were base runners stranded for both teams. 6-5 here in the 5th. The next one to Ruiz. Low, ball 4, and that's a walk. Leadoff runner aboard for the Lady Eagles, as Ruiz is aboard for a 2nd time on the day. That'll bring in Lachey Reyes. Before that, we'll get a courtesy runner back in the game. This time, they'll bring in Paola Daniel.
Shortstop number 3, Lachey Reyes.
Daniel will run for Caitlin Ruiz. She represents the tying run here in the 5th inning. Sun's finally gone down now. So now just a terrific evening to watch this game play out. Saucedo had stepped out. Send a shout to Bonnie Rodriguez. Thanks for watching the game. And to Suzanne Torales Castillo. There's a foul ball. Watching the game from Brackenville, Texas. One strike to Lachey Reyes. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Strikeout victim in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, leading it off. Came around to score a run. Bunts this one, foul, and a quick 2-strike count. Lady Eagles employing small ball there with that tying run on base. Trying to move her around the base paths. Now with 2 strikes, Reyes will check the approach for her. Lady Eagles scored a run in the 3rd inning on 3 singles. Have something here in the 5th. There's a bunt attempt. That's a strike call. Runner goes. Throw to first and out there. Now a throw down to second base and safe there. One down. So the sacrifice didn't necessarily work, but the ball getting away does allow the base runner to move up. And here comes Alyssa Lotta. Lotta steps up. First pitch to her, swing and a foul ball. One strike on Lotta. Lotta drove in a couple of runs in the first inning with that single. At that time, it made it 4-0 Eagle Pass. 4 runs on 4 hits in the first inning alone. Lotta waits, could drive in a run here with a hit. Outfield play straight away. The 0-1 pitch from Saucedo. Way high, gets away. Runner down to third base, safe there. Tying run now on at third base for Eagle Pass. Count evens at 1-1, and now Lotta can do a lot of things to bring in a run and tie this game. Here's the pitch from Saucedo. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a pitch worth hitting for Lotta. Saucedo coming right after her. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out. Tying run down at third base for Eagle Pass here in the 5th of this area matchup. Here's the pitch to Lotta. Swing and a foul ball. Lotta facing Ileana Saucedo for the first time in the game. She singled, drove in 2. She put down a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. Batting here in the 5th with a chance to tie the game from a lot of different ways. Saucedo is ready. Now time is called. Lotta steps out of the batter's box. This game's gone over 2 hours long, and we still got a ways to go. 1-2 pitch to Lotta. Swinging a ground ball at third. Looks to runner back. Now she breaks out at first and safe at the plate. Sliding in. We're all tied at 6 apiece. Lady Eagles. I said Lotta could get that run home a lot of different ways. And all tied up at 6. Out was recorded, so 2 outs in the inning. And Martinez stands in and takes ball 1. 1-0 the count. Cristobal Martinez has a single. 1 for 2 in the game. This inning, Lady Eagles have scored a run without the benefit of a hit. Pitch to Martinez. Held up on ball 2. 2-0. Martinez facing Saucedo for a first time here in this game. Each team has now shown the ability to come from behind in the game. Martinez waits with the bases empty and 2 outs. Takes a strike right down central. Lady Hawks of Harlingen South will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters up in the 5th inning. What will the score be then? All tied at 6. The next one to Martinez. Low ball 3. 3-1 to Cristobal Martinez. Next one coming. Strike 2 called. Saucedo walks back out behind the pitching circle. Gets back in. Cristobal Martinez already waiting at the plate. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Struck her out. Inning over. Martinez caught looking. Saucedo, her fourth strikeout of the game. In the inning for Eagle Pass. No runs, no hits, or check that, 1 run, no hits. Nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. All tied up, nothing decided at Cabinets Field. Lady Hawks will hit on Rio Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Don't pass up the savings at Mi Casa Furniture. Score big at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Back here on Rio Sports as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And this one game decides it all. Area matchup between Harlingen South and Eagle Pass. All tied at 6 apiece as the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South will bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Alyssa Ledesma, Alex Saucedo, and Christina Ariano all scheduled to hit. Anybody gets on this inning, and Kelsey Rivera will get a chance. Lady Hawks have scored 6 runs. They've done so on 8 hits.
Leading off for the Lady Hawks, first baseman number 15, Alyssa Ledesma.
Ledesma will step in. Drove in a run with a ground ball her last time up. Strikeout victim back in the 1st. And so she'll look to get something started here in the 5th inning for the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. Meanwhile, Elias Martinez having another discussion with the home plate umpire. Prior to this one starting up, the conversation was long enough that Oscar Ruiz, the head coach for the Lady Eagles, is like, hey, wait a minute. Let's go. Let's play some softball. Stepping in, Ledesma's ready. Katie Galvan back to work, pitching for Eagle Pass. First pitch coming. Strike called. Bottom of the 5th is underway. Galvan can breeze through this. You like your chances for Eagle Pass with the hitters scheduled up in the 6th inning. Got to get through here first. Ledesma hits it on the ground, off third base. Shortstop gets it, no play. Safe at first base. Leading off the inning, Ledesma's on. Just off the glove of Alex Martinez there at third base. Ledesma on with an infield single to start it, and here's Alex Saucedo. For that, a courtesy runner checks in the game as Leah Kretz will run. Kretz running for Saucedo.
First base number 20, Leah Kretz.
Leah Kretz running for Alex Saucedo. Check that for Ledesma. Saucedo will be hitting. Before that, another conversation. As they're just going over everything to make sure that The umpire knows who's coming in to replace who. Meanwhile, Alex Saucedo stands there with a bat in her hand, ready to hit. Now the conversation will be directed in her attention. Long pause after that infield hit to start off the fifth. Saucedo hitting. Now she'll stroll to the plate. And that took a while to get to that. Saucedo in the day 0 for 2. Flied out to right field and struck out. Batting here in the fifth, see if she's bunting. Shows a bunt. Pulls it back, takes ball 1. Meanwhile, Kretz down there on first base. Had a big jump. Got the attention of catcher Brooke Diaz. If nothing else, Saucedo now with a 1-0 count. Shows bunt again. Pulls it back, takes ball 2. 2-0 to Alex Saucedo. Swing and a high fly ball into right field. That's a hit. Maybe a play at second base, and no call. Safe at second base. It was a delayed call as the base umpire from the behind second base had raced out to the outfield to make sure on the catch. And now we'll have a discussion, as the first base umpire was the one that ended up making that call. And now we'll have a huge discussion amongst the umpiring crew on this one, because there was just a major delay before any call was made. And usually as an official, that opens it up. When you just delay your call, it puts doubt in coaches' minds. It was a force play at second base is what they were looking for, and they call her safe. Two aboard. For the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. First and second, nobody out. Another lengthy discussion going on between Elias Martinez and Christina Ariano. They'll now bring the base runners in as well on this. Somebody wants to see a replay on that play. Well, we got a break. Let's go ahead and do that. See if we can figure out that call. Here's your play. Whew, that's close. Meanwhile, back to action. Christina Ariano at the plate with 2 aboard. Pitch coming. Bunts a foul ball. Strike 1. Let's look at that play one more time. This is what the discussion was about. Oh, 1 the count on Ariano. You make that call, my friends. It's bang, bang. 2 aboard. And Ariano takes a strike call. High delivery. And Ariano has to protect the plate now. She'd like to move the runners up, if nothing else. Next one coming from Galvan. A little high for a ball. Check that. It's now a 1-2 count. Will Fetchnet, can we have slow-mo? I'm getting better, but I'm not that good just yet. Ariano waits. And the 1-2. Swing and a shot up the middle. Base hit. Past the center fielder. One run scores. A second run coming home to score. 8-6 Harlingen South. Christina Ariano delivers. 2 RBIs, a double. And the Lady Hawks now on top by 2. That brings out the coach for Eagle Pass for what appears to be a pitching change. We'll talk about that after this.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Chance of Lady Hawks by the Harlingen South faithful who are here in numbers watching this ball game, as their team has battled back from a 4-0 deficit to now take an 8-6 lead. And they bring in a new pitcher for the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles, as Alyssa Galvan will be the new pitcher. Right-handed hurler. And as she enters the ball game, she'll be taking on the number 9 hitter in the lineup for Harlingen South, Kelsey Rivera. Lady Hawks 2 runs in the first, another in the third, 3 in the fourth, and now 2 here in the fifth for this 8-6 lead. 2 RBI double off the bat of Christina Ariano gives the Lady Hawks the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And as Rivera steps up, she's 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of singles and a run scored. First time she'll face Galvan. First pitch, showed a bunt, took it outside for ball 1. 1-0 to Galvan. Now time called as the home plate umpire spotted something and went over to talk to the Eagle Pass dugout. Now I want to get I think it looked like a towel or a rosin bag out for Alyssa Galvan, who's pitching. That allows Brooke Diaz to talk things over a little bit with Alyssa Galvan. Now the rosin bag, which is what the Eagle Pass pitchers had in their back pocket. They're going to make them leave that on the playing surface. We're back to action. Rivera at the plate, the 1-0 pitch. Misses for ball 2. 2-0. Just a lot of things that are slowing the pace of this ball game. 8-6 game, runner at second, nobody out. Rivera takes ball or strike. 2-1. Natasha Canales on deck for Harlingen South. Here's the next one. There's a bunt. Good one. Play to first, out there, runner to third. Rivera gets the job done. 5-3 on the putout. Runner down to third base.
Left fielder number 21, Natasha Canales.
And now here's the top of the order for Harlingen South as Natasha Canales will step in. Canales walked and scored a run in the first, singled in the second, put down a sacrifice in the fourth, bats here in the fifth with a chance to drive in a run. First pitch coming, ball away. No shift employed right now for Canales. With the new pitcher in the game, Alyssa Galvan. Next pitch coming. Canales fouls that away. Behind on that pitch, evens the count of 1-1. One ball, one strike. 1 on, 1 out here for Harlingen South in the 5th inning. Canales would like to get another insurance run for the Lady Hawks. It's just outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, 1 strike to Canales. Here's the next one from Galvan. Ball 3, just outside. Canales with a chance. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a ground ball. That's a foul ball on the third base side. Three balls and 2 strikes on Natasha Canales. Alyssa Galvan brings it home. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Big strikeout that time for Galvan. Canales retired. 2 outs, and it'll take something from Kayla Rogers and Alyssa Galvan. That's a big-time strikeout. Rogers, as she steps in, delivered a 2 RBI triple her last time up and scored a run at the time. And now there's a warning by the home plate umpire for the pitcher, Alyssa Galvan. Rogers at the plate. From the left-hand side, stands in. First pitch coming. Took a ball. That should be ball 2. 2-0 the count as the umpire had declared a ball before that first delivery to Rogers. Now the 2-0 pitch. Strike call. 2-1. Scoreboard reads 2. Well, now it's 2-1, so we're good. 2 balls and a strike on Kayla Rogers. She waits. Next one coming. Swing and a foul ball on the third base side. Look out, Bert Ruiz over there on the camera. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner down at third base, an important one for Harlingen South. They'd like to get that across for a third run and the cushion of a lead. Alyssa Galvan would like to shut the door here. The pitch to Rogers. Ball, throw to third, and safe there. Close play down at third base. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Kayla Rogers, meanwhile. Here's the next one to her. Swing and a shot. Oh, caught by the third baseman for the out, and that just saved a run. What a play by Alex Martinez. A line shot headed for the left field corner. And a run saved and maybe more. Inning comes to an end for Harlingen South. They score 2 times. They do so on 3 hits. And we played 5 full. Lady Hawks are Harlingen South leading this one 8-6. 6th inning begins after this.
At Port Isabel Health Clinic, they care for you like family. Services include pediatrics, geriatric care, and family practice, school sports physicals, daycare physicals, orthopedic care, wellness exams for men and women. Dr. William Torkelson and his staff are here to serve you. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Your health is their priority at the Port Isabel Health Clinic.
And you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You roll my whip, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. I did love cause I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. Kiss me, baby.
We are back here at Cabinets Field in Corpus Christi as we head to the 6th inning. And the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles will have Katie Galvan leading it off, followed by Leslie Martinez and Brooke Diaz. And then Alex Martinez scheduled a hit. 9, 1, and 2 in the lineup as the Lady Hawks send back Ileana Saucedo to pitch with now a 2-run lead. Ball 1 misses to Katie Galvan, and the 6th inning begins. Lady Eagles have certainly had base runners in this game. There's a strike called. That evens the count at 1-1. Galvan had called time. She gets back in. And here's the next one to her. Swing and a miss. Late swing, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Galvan has to protect the plate. Saucedo brings it home. Ball low. 2-2 the count. A base runner is all Eagle Pass needs to instantly bring up the tying run to the plate. Two the count. The next one to Galvan. Swing and a miss. Dropped. Catcher tries to pick up the ball, and now all kinds of confusion. And she'll be out at the plate as they are tangled up there. Home plate umpire trying to separate the play there. There'll be some discussion on that. And now they'll throw the catcher out of the game for Harlingen South. She and Galvan got tangled up on the put out, and now the Harlingen, who did get kicked out? Wasn't Harlingen South's catcher. There was an ejection on that play.
Center fielder number.
It's one of the coaches for Eagle Pass that got kicked out. The way he pointed, it looked like he was looking at the Lady Hawk catcher. So they'll eject him from entering the field. Now Leslie Martinez steps in. Let's get back to action. First pitch. Strike called. One down here in the 6th inning. Saucedo working on Martinez. That's low for a ball. 1-1 the count. Martinez singled in the first, singled again in the second, scored a run. Is 2 for 3 on the day. Batting here in the 6th. Takes a strike. One ball, 2 strikes. Martinez waits. Here's the next one. Swing and a ground ball to second. Softly hit. Play at first. Safe at first base. Martinez on board. Base runner for the Lady Eagles. Martinez hustling all the way on that one.
Catcher number 15, Brooke Diaz.
Brings in Brooke Diaz. And as I told you, all it takes is one base runner, and instantly the tying run comes to the plate. I also said about the first inning of this game, may take 10 runs or more to win this game. There's a strike called to Diaz. Lady Eagles, number 2 hitter in the lineup at the plate. The pitch to Diaz. Just misses for a ball. Evens the count of 1-1. Eagle Pass faithful now starting to make some more noise over there in the stands. Diaz waits. Here's the next pitch coming. Swing. A foul tip back. Held on to. 1-2 the count. Diaz will have to protect the plate. Next one, well, before that time was called. Saucedo was ready to deliver that pitch. 8-6 game, Harlingen South. They had to come from behind. They were trailing 4-0 in this game. It was 4-2 and then 5-2, 5-3. Then 6-5 Harlingen South, all tied at 6 after 4.5. And then 2 runs across in the bottom of the 5th for Harlingen South. Home plate umpire agitated with Coach Elias Martinez as he came down the line to enter the mix of a conversation. Got sent back to his dugout. And now we're ready. Brooke Diaz at the plate. 1-2 pitch headed home. Swing and a foul ball. We'll do it again. Caleb Garcia, yes, sir. Home plate umpire is getting his money's worth here on this one on the payday. 1-2 pitch headed home to Diaz again. Swing and a shot. Deep left field. Back, and gone. 2-run shot, Brooke Diaz, touch them all. We're all tied at 8 apiece. Wait a minute. They're going to call her out. They're going to call an out at first base. That was a 2-run homer, and they called an out from the side at the first base bag. And now we'll have, if there weren't lengthy discussions before, wait till you see what happens here. Diaz smashed one over the left field wall. And the first base umpire, by the time they got to first base, had held his hands up saying, wait a minute. I know. So Diaz will have to return to the plate. Martinez evidently left early. And by leaving early, see if we have that play. We might be able to see when she left, if that was the call. That was after the play. Now let's look at that. Watch where she leaves. Whew. I think that was the call. Watch again at first base, right as the pitch is getting near home plate. Back to action here. High fly ball into left field. Inning comes to an end as Diaz flies out. They'll be looking at that one for a long while. In the sixth for Eagle Pass. No runs, a hit. A home run was taken away. That would have tied the game. Did she leave early? I'm going to let you see it one more time. Looked like she left early. We'll replay it one more time. And you can see there the first base umpire. I'm going to keep this on here. The first base umpire throws his hands up as the player left early at first base. You can see her throw his hands up before the swing. I'm going to go again. And watch his arms. He'll throw them up before the swing. So he had already called that an out before the swing. That's the way the inning comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Sometimes replays are pretty cool. This is Real Sports Live.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture. 7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for zero money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Back we are, bottom of the sixth inning here at Cabinets Field, and Crystal Gonzalez leading it off for Harlingen South. A lot of excitement there in the top of the sixth inning when an apparent two-run homer by Brooke Diaz was going to tie the game, but call was made as a runner left early from first base, wiped the home run away. Here's a pop-up, mile high on the right field side, ranging out second baseman makes a nice catch. Gonzalez retired for the first out of the inning. One down, it brings in Katana Muniz. Alan Gamino saying it's still a bad call. When the first base umpire throws his hands up in the air, which happened before the swing, That ends the play. It's dead. Doesn't matter what happens there. 1-0 to Muniz. Next pitch coming. Strike called. Muniz took it on the outside corner from Melissa Galvan. One the count. Next pitch coming to Muniz. Swing and a shot. Oh, caught again at third base. Another lightning quick play by Alex Martinez on the third base bag. 2 down. Martinez was 2 sparkling catches down there at third. For the Lady Eagles. Brings up Eliana Saucedo. First pitch, swinging, strike 1. Looking ahead to the 7th for Eagle Pass. They'll have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters up. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a shot, foul down the right field line. That had home run distance off the bat of Saucedo. She's in the hole 0-2, and Alyssa Galvan looks to accomplish the first 1-2-3 inning in the game versus this Harlingen South Lady Hawk team. Here's the 0-2 pitch headed home to Saucedo. Ball high. 1-2. Next one coming. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Galvan gets the job done in the 6th. A quick one for the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. No runs, no hits, no errors, no walks. Nobody left. First time I've said that from Harlingen South's perspective in the game. We head to the 7th. Eagle Pass will need a base runner to have a chance. This is RioSportsLive.com. Fans mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Rio Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Rio Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes. When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Back here on Rio Sports Live, I'm up here in the stands. Hey guys, here we go, 7th inning. Got my crew here with me. Bert Ruiz on the cameras. We head to the 7th inning. Thanks again for joining us for the broadcast. 7th inning is, here we go, top of the 7th inning for Eagle Pass. They'll have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters strolling to the plate. First hitter, Alex Martinez steps in. First pitch coming from Saucedo. Off speed, that misses for ball 1. 1-0 to Martinez. Martinez has put down a sacrifice bunt in the first inning and a strikeout victim in the 2nd and 4th. Batting here in the 7th, pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Unleashing a mighty swing that time, Alex Martinez. Yes, Mr. Rios, I got a good seat. Now that the sun's gone down, it's a real nice seat. Otherwise, I was out here right in the middle of the blaring sun. 1-1 pitch. Ball low to Martinez. She came out of her shoes on that last swing. 2-1 the count. Next pitch coming to Martinez. Strike 2 called. 2-2 on Alex Martinez. Lorelei Morales on deck. Caitlin Ruiz will hit. After that, anybody gets on, Lachey Reyes will get a chance. 8-6 game here in the 7th. Martinez waits. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. A high, hard one from Saucedo. Rings up Martinez.
Second baseman, number 14,
Monica Ariano. Yeah, work that tan. Get the sunscreen out, Joe, or that tan's going to be a beet red sunburn. I'll take it. That brings in Morales. First pitch to her. Up a little bit, ball 1. All they need's a base runner. And the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles will have the tying run at the plate. Morales has been on twice with a couple of walks. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 1-1. And right now, Ileana Saucedo is just coming right at these hitters. She struck out Martinez for her 6th strikeout in relief. Working on Morales. The 1-1. Strike 2 call. One and 2 the count. Saucedo brings it to Morales. Ball low. 2-2. Morales trying to get on. Behind her, Caitlin Ruiz has a couple of RBIs, a double, and 2 runs scored. She's produced. If Morales can get on ahead of her. 2-2 pitch. On its way from Saucedo to Morales. Ball low. 3-2. Saucedo has walked 1 since coming into relief. That runner came home to score. That was in the 5th. She's allowed just 1 hit. But again, a ringing home run was taken away. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Morales. Swing and a foul ball. Morales went down to a knee on that swing. Count at 3-2. This is your cleanup hitter for Eagle Pass at the plate. Ruiz on deck. Next one coming. Swing and a pop-up. Foul ball, maybe a play. They give chase, and catch is made for the out. 2 down. Good ground covered that time by Rogers. Eagle Pass now down to their last out. And it brings in Caitlin Ruiz. Send a shout out to Louis Vega watching the game. Here in the 7th inning of this one game decides it all area matchup between Eagle Pass and Harlingen South. Ruiz at the plate. Chance of let's go Hawks. Ball low. 1-0. Ruiz, a dangerous hitter today. Doubled, drove in 2 runs, and scored a run in the 1st inning. Walked and scored a run in the 5th. Batting here in the 7th. Swinging a ground ball to 3rd. Play across, and the game over. Harlingen South comes from behind and takes it 8-6. They're moving on in the playoffs. Lady Hawks of Harlingen South come from behind and get the win. Tough loss for the Lady Eagles of Eagle Pass, who came in here. Bats blazing in the 1st inning, scoring 4 runs, brought their hitting shoes, and battled to the end before this one was decided. Winning pitcher, Ileana Saucedo, in relief for Harlingen South, finishes the game allowing 1 run, 1 walk, 1 hit, striking out 6. In relief for Kylie Ruiz, who got it started. Lady Hawks win this one 8-6. I'd like to tell you can go back and watch the replays. If you're going to do that, you better do it within the next hour to hour and a half, because by the time I get home, I'm going to have to pull the game. It's a promise I made to the coach, Harlingen South Elias Martinez, who does not want replays played as a result of scouting. I get it. I understand it. So I told him, I said, by the time I get home, I'm going to pull it. So fans, if you want to watch the replay, you better hurry. Otherwise, you'll get to watch the replays of the highlights, and we'll have those up momentarily. It's going to do it for the broadcast. Again, our thanks to both school districts, both Eagle Pass and for Harlingen South for allowing us to broadcast the game, and the Corpus Christi School District, CCISD, for allowing us a spot to broadcast the game and working with us as we were working around the areas that are warranted off limits as a result of their construction that's going on. Final score here, 8-6. Your hitting stars for the Lady Hawks. 2 RBIs and a run scored for Christina Ariano that ended up getting the game-winning hit on that double in the 5th inning. Before that, Eliana Sarcedo had a triple. RBI double by Crystal Gonzalez. Another 2 RBI triple off the bat of Kayla Rogers. As there were hitting stars up and down the lineup, but this Harlingen South Lady Hawk team had to come from behind and had to earn every run and then hang on down the stretch for the eventual win. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Reminding you fans, we'll be broadcasting tomorrow from Mercedes. It'll be football all day. We'll also have the RGV Dorados on tomorrow night for arena football action with a kickoff at 7 o'clock. Till next time, I'm Joe Bowling. Thanks again. I need some sponsors, fans. If you know somebody that wants to help us get the next round of playoffs, tell them to call me. Sponsors are needed. We want to cover more games. Till next time, from Corpus Christi, good night.